Welcome back to the Brick Broadcast Network. And he hears music again. Hopefully you can hear me because I went back to my Yeti microphone. And I'm looking at the levels and it looks like it's working. I might have to move this up a little bit so you can hear me better. I am going to talk a little louder too. I think maybe that might work because my microphone's a little farther away, but I've got the Yeti now. So hopefully, Glenn, you can hear me. Hello, welcome. Swoosh and voice. Okay, excellent. Yes, I've been debating about my Yeti because in the past it's taken up a lot of desk space, but now I've rearranged things a little bit, so maybe this will work better. So, okay, welcome back to the Brick Broadcast Network, and we had some technical difficulties on the first run, but it looks like it's working now. And thank you for boosting my signal. Okay. Well, I think that having also this better microphone is also going to be better. I noticed that Matthew Built Bricks had mentioned I had an echo when we were doing the mock improv episode. So it might be related to the camera, that the microphone that's integrated in the camera may not be as good. But anyway, so welcome back, and today I am working on a Jurassic World build, and which actually works out perfect because it's Thrifty Thursday, and I really love this set. This is the Dr. Wu's Lab, the Breakout set, and I'm really surprised that the green screen isn't acting more weird on this, but that's good. So this set comes with 2 minifigs. So you get Dr. Wu and you get Owen, I guess, Grady. Hopefully I got that right. And you get 2 little baby dinosaurs in here too. So you've got this dinosaur here, the Triceratops, a baby Triceratops, and then you've got a baby Ankylosaur. So that is just really, really cool. Just seeing, and also just the pieces in here. You'll probably notice that there's a lot of stickers that are in here. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to put any of the stickers on today because, as you know, I've already been using these panels. So there is a panel here on the left, this translucent blue panel for the Breakout for the baby dinosaur. And there's one in the back, too, over here, which has a translucent sticker that goes on top of it. So, like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to use the stickers, but I'm glad to have them available. Yeah, so that's what we're going to be working on today for Thrifty Thursday, and I'm super stoked because, as you know, I've been working on my Jurassic World build, and the Jurassic World Veterinary Hospital. I still have to get my lab code and do some other things, but I reached out to the theme coordinator. So Sean, I asked Sean, I said, you know, I'm thinking about putting my veterinary hospital out for BrickCon. Now, you know, I'm working on this for Bricks Cascade, but I thought, you know, with the working elevator and some other things, it would be really cool to do. I'm still working on the elevator part. I'm hoping, I found this one design, which is really cool. It has wheels on it so that the wheels, you know, provide some cushion as the elevator goes up. So that one, though, is an external elevator, which actually might work really well because for the Jurassic Park collab, you won't be able to see inside the building as much. So having that elevator be a part of the external part of the building might actually be a really good thing. So anyway, that's the plan today. We're going to work on for Thrifty Thursday. But before I do that, I have some mail here. And this is actually an order I did, and you'll understand when you see it because it's related to Jurassic Park. I think that once you see when I open it, it'll all make sense. And here we go. Alright, so this I will need a pair of scissors for. It's one of those Mylar, I think, envelopes that... Okay. Ooh, okay, so it's a BrickLink order, and I got my little confirmation. So, you will laugh, hopefully, when you see this. I have here, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more. This is the Jeff Goldblum minifig. And look at that expression on his face. So this is the Jeff Goldblum, Ian, what was his last name? So anyway, Ian is the one of the characters, and you might remember that there was a big meme going around with this character because his shirt is open. But the look on his face is priceless. I want to see if this is a double head, so I'm just going to open this up and see if there's a double head in here. I'm not sure. There might be. Let's see. Aha! There is a double head in here, so look at that. So we got this little angry look. Jeff. That's right, it's Jeff Goldblum. And I think this is the look he's going to have when he looks at the dinosaur poop. So, I'm not sure exactly. There was a scene, I guess, where he had his shirt open. It was a meme for a while. So anyway, so yeah, so this is the Jeff Goldblum character, and this will be good for perspective because I need to make, you know, huge piles of dinosaur poop for this veterinary hospital. So yeah, very, very excited about that. And then I ordered this from one of those Bricklink stores that had a minimum requirement, and I didn't quite meet the minimum requirement, so I just threw something else in there. And I'm not sure where I'm going to use this, but this is one of those helmets, so I'll just show you. Or no, actually, I think it might be a hairpiece. I think it's a hairpiece, actually. I'm going to have to go back and see what I ordered. So, actually, maybe if I put it on the Jeff Goldblum character, it'll make more sense as far as what it is. Actually, let me see what does Bricklink say. It is a hood. Oh, it's a headgear hood. Okay, so let's take a look. See how this looks on this fig. Ah, actually, that's not too bad. So it's a hoodie. Looks like a hood. Yes, it is a hood. I looked at the Bricklink order, so I ordered one of these, and to make my minimum, and we now have a Jeff Goldblum character for the lab / veterinary hospital. Or actually, I looked at the patch. The patch actually says Isla Nublar Veterinary Services. So it's actually veterinary services, not necessarily a hospital. So I thought that was an important distinction. So anyway, we're going to put Jeff, and if you want to just see also, I should have turned the back, that there's some printing on the back, which is pretty cool. And I don't know if that's really printing. I guess not. No, it's just black sleeves. Black sleeves. And when I was looking at the color of the head, it looks like it's a little different color. It's not the regular peach. It looks a little darker. So I think it is also what they would consider a person of color, which would be great. Okay, so let me zoom back out. Cracks open another Dr. Brown's. Yeah, I just went to get 2 6-packs of Dr. Brown's too. Yeah, I found the one store in Seattle that carries a Dr. Brown's root beer. So I now, it takes me 45 minutes to an hour to get down there when I go. So I try to make it a trip out of it, which is awesome because it's near a ferry landing. And when I usually go, I go walk down by the ferry and just kind of watch the boats as they come in and out. Really nice areas here in Seattle. Okay, cool. All right, so let me go ahead and crack this open. And another thing, before I get started, let me just I'm gonna grab a napkin because, as you know, I don't like things rolling off of the table. So we're gonna put this down. And I have my little bit of Windex here just in case if I get bold and decide I'm going to put some of these down. And let me also a little bit of housekeeping. I'm going to make sure that this cord powers the phone because we've had that problem before where we've run out of power. So let's make sure we get this all powered up. That happened the other day when we were doing the mock improv and I had to take a break. But we're a very forgiving audience, which is nice. You know, and we don't get paid. We don't get paid much to do what we do here. And like I said, I primarily stream because I have to get these mocks done anyway. And I get some really good suggestions from the chat when people are watching. So, okay, so we got that down. And this set is 164 pieces. So it's kind of a medium set when it comes to value. And once again, as you know, if you have these push tabs, I personally don't like to use the push tabs. And if you remember when I was streaming with Artifice 12, aka Ferg, he doesn't like them either. So he usually takes a knife and cracks open the box. I like to open them up as trays. So if you open them up this way, then it's tray. And by the way, I was watching Boone's channel, and they are all at the Bricks and Minifig store because they're getting ready for Bricknick, which is this weekend in Portland. And they did a similar kind of thing to mock improv at the Bricks and Minifig store. They built on a 16 by 16 plate, and they had an hour to build, and they were building based on a decade. So they asked the chat for a theme, and I was like, you know what? I think we're starting a trend here. I think mock improv is kind of getting some traction. So I'm hoping I could invite Boone over sometime, and maybe Boone and Ferg and a few others might be willing to do mock improv on one of our future shows. But I just thought it was funny because we just did a mock improv a couple days ago when we had Aubrey and Yano working on that. So something to keep in mind when it comes to this build is that there are no numbered bags. So it's all like these 3 bags, and you'll notice that the Triceratops, the baby Triceratops, is already outside of the bag. So it's almost as if when all the machines are filling and everything, it's like, don't forget the Triceratops. So, and it's so adorable. Oh my god, this thing is so cute. Let me zoom in just a little bit. So we will be putting that on a little bit later. Now this is interesting because this music sounds like it's like a radio station, but I put it on DMCA. Alright, let me just check the background real quick. Or maybe, oh I see, I think it's on a commercial. So, alright, well, I think it's fine. We'll let it keep going. Because, though I do not like having all that. Here, we'll go back to the DMCA free. Or maybe it is on a commercial. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's on a commercial because it's not letting me play anything else. There we go. Okay. No worries. We figured it out. And here are the instructions. So as you can see, Dr. Wu's lab. And since we have the box, I think I'll just go ahead and put this in the box. Yeah, I think too what I like about this, like if you can see this torso print already. I mean, they do have some nice detail on the torso print here. So this is the Owen Grady. And then here's the Ankylosaur. So cute. And the other thing about these dinosaurs is they have the studs on them, so you can put characters on them as well. So that's a lot of fun. So we have that. And then here's the Dr. Wu torso. You can see he's got in the nice little printing on the back there too. And as you can see, I've been using a lot of these for my veterinary build. I'm probably gonna have to buy some more. And there's a smaller one too. And the one that's for the incubator. So now we can have 2 incubators in our little project. And actually I shouldn't do that. I almost put this outside of the box, because you know what happens is that I start going, where is that piece? It's like, you put it outside the box, frickin' stuff. Remember that? So just looking at this, here's, I believe, the pants for Owen. And I saw his head in the other bag. When does Dr. Wu transform into Master Wu? I think they're a big family. I think that's a different set. Okay, so here, by the way, here are the stickers. So what's really cool about the one that I'm really excited about is this one of the island, because I think that is a sticker that I will definitely use, but I may not use it on the translucent. I think it's supposed to go onto here, but I may use it for another panel. So I'm gonna see. We'll take a look. But you can see too, we have the ankylosaur. We have that information. We have the egg too. So like I said, I may put on some of the stickers, or I may wait until some other future time. I also like this sticker here, this one with the little Erlenmeyer flask. Okay, cool. All right, got stickers down. Look for these heads. Okay, heads are in here. And you can see that there's this little laptop in here too. So I'm gonna keep this open, or rather I should keep it contained, because this has a lot of the little pieces. For example, you've got the needle, but this is what I was looking for. Dr. Wu's head. Or is this great? Yeah, Dr. Wu's head. And I think this is the same color that they used for our friend Ian Malcolm. So there we go. We got Dr. Wu's head going down. Joel Marbella. Does the doctor head have 2 facial expressions? I believe it does. Let's take a look. Yeah. So here's the neutral one, and then the shocked face when the baby dinosaurs break out. So yeah. How are you, Joel? Welcome to the stream. So I've been talking with Joel offline about the stream. So he has been concerned about my posture. So right now I'm in the green screen area, and I think the green screen area is a little bit better for streaming, whereas the other area is better for building. So I've been reevaluating how I'm going to be doing my setup for the future. But thank you, Joel, for your concern. I appreciate that. So I'm going to leave these in here. So these are the little guys. And the hair, I noticed the hair is in here. So you can see that there's one piece of hair here. And there's the egg. There's that little egg going on. Heads will roll. And the other piece that's in here, which is super cool, I can see it right now, is they have this translucent orange brick. And look, it has on there the mosquito print. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit on that. So you can see it's got that mosquito print on the outside. So that is super cool. So now I have 2 of these sets, so now I have 2 of these that I can put in my mock. So yeah, I'm just gonna put this here because I know it's gonna be, I'm gonna be looking for that later. And once again, I think we have 2 of these eggs, so I'm just gonna put them here for safekeeping. We have a coffee mug, need that maybe later. And let's go back to the hair. So we got this hair. So here we go. So there's the whole character in all his glory. Really nice prints on that. And I'm looking for the hair for Dr. Wu. I thought it was in here. There's another egg. Get that egg out of there. And like I said, for parts, this is a pretty good set for parts. It is maybe a little bit pricier because they have to pay for the intellectual property rights. But having these 2 eggs is nice. And like I said, that printed amber piece. Okay, why am I not finding the... Thought I saw it. Okay, maybe I do need to use a portion of this so I can spread them out. Here's the baby bottle piece. Okay. There's a couple pieces in here that I actually really like. One of them is also this faucet, this gold faucet. So, a lot of really nice little pieces in here. Alright, so since I've got this open, I'm going to set those aside a little bit. I've got the baby bottle, I've got 2 syringes, 3 syringes actually. Because, you know, they got to drug up all of these, these dinosaurs. These baby dinosaurs, otherwise they're gonna get out of place. Alright. So there's no hair here. Oh, there it is. Okay, so we found the hair. And now we've got Dr. Wu. Put his hair on. Yeah. He's got that smooth head. And then let me find his legs. His legs have got to be in here. Yeah, we were talking about this the other day about, are you a knoller or not? And I'm starting to think I maybe need to become a knoller. So I'm going to start putting these out here. I was going to go back to the tray method, but I think it's time to knoll. Get this knolling done. So let me zoom out so you can see me knolling. Trust in the brick. No, that's Cowboy Kenobi's phrase. You keep using Cowboy Kenobi's phrase there. You must be using that on other streams, because on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, that's copyright Cowboy Kenobi. So there we go. There is our friend. So we have now 2, like I said, we have 2 minifigs, and we have 2 dinosaurs. So just for minifig value, this is pretty good. I still have to find this little piece that goes on the back of the dinosaur. Oh, there it is. I'm pretty sure that's one of the pieces. And then you put, I think, another 1x2, so you can sit something on there. So yeah, really cool. And if you remember, when I made my fountain, I used the Owen and Dr. Wu and one of the, I think the Ankylosaur as a pet that they were doing. Yep. And while I'm kind of searching around in here, I've been noticing that we have this corner hinge brick, which is going to be a lot of fun to use. Because like I said, I've built this before I had started streaming. So that's why I was surprised that this set is still out there. Oh yeah, we like these brackets. And you may remember we needed this bracket for the tuk-tuk. And even though we used a 2x3, two 2x3s and a 1x2, it's not quite the same. It's off by a plate when you try to substitute it. So like I said, we're going to do some just really rough knolling here, not anything fancy. Because I think we're just going to... It might speed up my building a little bit. People have been mocking me because I'm a slow builder. But, you know, you can't all be fast builders out there. You know? I don't think that's my value. I think my value is somewhere else. And oh, so speaking of Bricknick, so there's a bunch of people who are in Portland right now because Bricknick is tomorrow, and Boone and Moto, as well as Minifig Chick, a lot of the people who are in Tricky Lug are up there right now. And if you take a look at Boone's stream from today, he posted it a couple hours ago. They were all at the Bricks and Minifig store, and they were having fun with the bins. And honestly, I personally probably would not have taken my mask off, but some of them did, which, you know, I'm still nervous about, you know, the Delta variant and everything, but that's me. There were some people wearing their masks the entire time, and here's a shocker. Oh, hey Lena, how's it going? You just wanted to stop by to say hi before you have to sleep because you have to work tomorrow? Okay, no problem. In fact, I wanted to reach out to you because I think I may want to meet you somewhere on Whidbey Island, because you had mentioned that someone in your family, I think, lives out there. But I think if we met at a library, we would have internet access. But I've been wanting to go to Whidbey Island, and it'll be fun to be able to visit. By the way, I hope you had a happy Bionicle Day. When was Bionicle Day? What day was that? I missed that. Oh no. I'm not on my Lego birthdays. I need to have a calendar for Lego birthdays, I think. Okay. So here we go. Alright, now we get to do this the old-fashioned way. And let me zoom out a little bit. You can see I've kind of knolled things a little bit. I mean, I think I can at least find them. They may not be in the best order, but I'm hoping this is going to speed my time up. You don't go up there much? 8. Okay. 8/10. Oh, okay. August 10th. Okay. So just so you know, what we're doing is that this is the lab that we're going to be working on. A lot of fun. Yeah, so I've done this before, like I said, a while ago, over a year ago. But now that I'm streaming, and this is a set that meets the criteria for Thrifty Thursday. There we go. Figured, why not? Okay, so we are putting around this brick. It drives me crazy when they have black and dark blue together. I'm not colorblind, but it still drives me crazy. So you can see, that's what we're doing. Well, I guess we missed it then if it was August 10th. So the Lego company's birthday is when that takes place. Okay, cool. All right, so we have these pillars, these dark, light gray pillars. Make sure I've got this right. Nope. And I'm already eyeing these for parts because, as you know, I've got that Lavender City I've been working on too. Yeah, so as you know, I'm going to be preparing for BrickCon. So over the next couple of weeks and months, it's going to be massive, massive building. And I think what I'm going to do, because as you know, I've been not very happy with the way things have been going on Twitch. So I am going to decommission some of the, I guess what do you call them, how you exercise points for things. Oops, wait a minute, what am I missing here? Hold up. 1, 2. Oh, okay, there we go. Yeah, so I'm going to just decommission them. I had planned to do that. You probably noticed I had decommissioned a bunch of them, but people were saying, no, you need to keep hydrate, and you need to keep stretch, you need to keep these things, and I just think that I don't have fun. I have fun interacting with the chat. I have fun talking with people while I'm building, but the whole idea of, you know, having to do the performance part is just not working for me. So I am looking at retooling the stream. I do have to stay on Twitch for a little bit, but I'm probably going to be moving off of Twitch in the not too distant future. Like I said, I committed to everybody that I would continue streaming on Twitch until the end of the year. But after that, I'm thinking, yeah, things are going to change. Okay, so this is the sticker for this little platform. And remember I said I thought I would maybe put some of the stickers on. I wasn't sure. And I just realized, where'd my Q-tips go? I had set them aside. Okay, well, I might have to just use my fingertip on that. Okay, so we're going to take from the playbook of Ferg and use like the edge of a knife to pull up the sticker. So there we go. So we got that. And I think what I'm going to do for this is just use my fingertip to put the Windex on there. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. He doesn't use Windex, but I can't. I just don't feel comfortable unless I have the Windex kind of as a crutch, maybe. I do like this blade method, though, because you really can get a really good placement. So, that's not bad. But with the Windex, I can still adjust it a little bit. Yeah, I like that. So there we go. And this is going to go right there. So you can see the stickers do enhance the look. Are you up for streaming in my front yard? You have Wi-Fi and outdoor furniture. Yeah, I would be totally down for that. Are you free? Actually, I would have to do it later on Sunday. I have a meeting that goes till 3 o'clock. Normally I do is Brick and East on the Move on Sundays, but yeah, let's chat. The island is a hassle for me to get to. Oh, okay, no problem. Yeah, and it is expensive too, taking the ferry out. That is not cheap. If you take the ferry, like I did to go see Allie and Ferg, it costs $20 each way. So it's, you know, can you imagine if you're commuting into the city? That would be a lot. Now this is really nice. This big curved half arch, I guess, or a full arch. I don't know what you call that plate. Here, let me zoom out a little. Yeah, so you can see that. Got that going down. You're able to on Sunday? Okay. we'd have to stream a little later because I was going to cancel Sunday. That's why I'm kind of glad you mentioned that you're available, because normally I stream at 1 o'clock on Sundays, but because I have this board meeting that's going to go until 3, I'm thinking, yeah, might have to do something else. So I think if we shoot for 5 or 6, if that works for you, you're going to DM me on Facebook? Yeah, let me know. That's great, because honestly, at the end of this stream, I was going to say I'm streaming on Saturday night at 9 o'clock, but I won't be streaming Sunday on YouTube. So that's totally cool. In fact, what we may do, see if we stream at 5, because I have to stream on Twitch at 9 on Sundays. So that's why we'll talk some more because I think the other problem I have, I was mentioning this to Joel, I said I stream 6 times a week, which I know is crazy. And I think that's part of it too. I think I probably need to stream a little less, but you know, I'm trying to see what part of my schedule would work best. And then on Wednesdays, as you know, I moved from Twitch over to YouTube so we could do those streams with Yano River Blue, which, oh, by the way, I absolutely loved it. It was so much fun streaming with her, and we had a great time talking about Lego Masters and, you know, trying to figure out what direction they're going to be taking the show. And I think, Joel, you're right, though, about how they like to use the, you know, that's all about the drama, right? So, I just remembered the air quality is bad over here, so it doesn't, if it doesn't get better, okay, why don't we just cancel it? Because I was planning to cancel anyway, so I think it probably would be best we just cancel it. Because this Sunday is going to be really busy. It's going to be super busy for me. I've got this all-day board meeting. And then I stream on, because I've limited Twitch now to just twice a week. Sundays and Mondays. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how things go. But I'm really happy with doing that 5 o'clock stream now on YouTube. We had such a great time. Like I said, Yano and I talked about it after the stream was over, and we are very, very excited with how things came together. Yeah, she is so talented. Like, I am just thrilled to even have a portion of her talent, like, rub off on me. In fact, I'm hoping to have a consult with her before, we're going to have on September 15th, so the day after the finale, we're going to have a finale special, and I may be doing some cosplay. Maybe I'll have some, you know, new makeup on or something. There's smoke from the forest fires, yeah. Name a day and we'll find a time. Okay, we will make it happen. That'd be great. In fact, it'd be great to meet you in person, Lena. I haven't been to a meeting in a bit because I've been so busy with board work, but it'll be great to catch up with you. So you can see we're putting on some jumpers right there. Yeah, I really like the Brickanista on the Move episodes too, and I haven't had a chance to do one of those in a while. Like I said, I think the last one I did is when I went to visit Ferg. Or no, I take that back, RJ. When I went to see RJ, I went down to, where was that? That was near Kent. Yeah, I went to go see RJ, and we set up in his backyard, and he had the dogs were so cute. I really loved seeing his not Dalmatians, Greyhounds. Okay, so I just make sure I got that right. I think I put this in backwards actually, because yeah, they want this on the outside here. So I guess it's going to move that way. Yeah. Here, let me zoom in for you. So it really makes a difference which direction you put this in. So this is going to be, so it could be a straight up bracket or it could be horizontal. We haven't met in person yet. That's right. We have not met in person yet. There's a lot of people I haven't met in person yet. Yeah. I think that's the other thing that's been interesting is, you know, we've met each other, everybody here, through, you know, virtual means, but we haven't actually met in person. I'm really looking forward to meeting Shane Dennis, also known as Alexander 23, because he is 6'5". He's like, he says he's like a beanpole. So he and I have talked about that, you know, how he grew up being super tall. Okay, alright, so now we have 2 panels. Now I might, like I said, I may put the stickers on these. Okay, so these actually will go onto these little brackets that we made. And then these can rotate down and up. And this one has the Ankylosaur and the... Okay, I think I'm going to go for it. Okay, so we have the Ankylosaur and the Triceratops. Alright, so let's do this again. And zoom in. Okay, this one on the left is the, looks like the Ankylosaur. Like I said, you learn something from builders all the time, so they each have different techniques that they do, and like I said, I'm putting on the Windex, and you can see that just trying to get it around the surfaces. And see, I didn't even need a Q-tip, so maybe I'm saving on that too. So I'm gonna place this down. Oops. Yeah, the Windex really helps because it gives you enough to scooch it. Scooch it just a little bit. That's why it always amazes me when I watch builders who stream, like Miss Tapcat is the one that I think about, where she can stream and put stickers on and they're perfect. But there you go. So that's one of them. Okay, let's put the other one down. And this is the technique that I learned from Ferg when I went to go visit him. He likes to use a knife. I'm using the edge of these scissors, and you pull it up right on the very tip like that. And then of course from Tricky Bricks we learned the Windex technique. And I'm putting it on here because actually having it on this platform gives me more control holding the tile. Okay, so we put some Windex on there, and now we're gonna lay down the... Okay, and like I said, the Windex gives you just enough time to move it around. And that looks pretty darn good. There you go. What's that? Whoa. That's in the middle. What's in the middle? If you notice too, when I laid this sticker down, I laid it from the right to the left, and then there were no bubbles too by doing it that way. So that works out great. Okay, so we got those, and looks like those are going to sit back here on this. Oops, actually, do I have the wrong one over here? This actually goes to this side. And then that angles like that. That's pretty dope. That is dope. And actually, I put this on the wrong side. This one is actually supposed to be over here. Yeah. So there we go. And this goes over here. Yeah. I know people complain about stickers sometimes, but it does look nice. It does make the model pop. Okay, so we got those. All right. Yeah, we're just adding some more, you know, finishing elements here. Oops. Sorry, I don't want to be out of frame. That's what I was telling people, that, you know, when you're a streamer, you have to build for the camera, so always watching on that. Gotta go to sleep? Okay, Lena, thank you for stopping by. Haven't seen you in a while. It's really great to see you in the chat. So thank you. Thanks a bunch. There we go. Okay, so here's the question. We've got this panel here. So this panel is interesting because it's got curved edges. So I don't know if you could see that there. And there is a sticker on here that has the island, and it fits perfectly with that size. But I think I'm going to use that for another part of my model. So I'm not going to put this sticker on. I'm going to wait on this one. But this is supposed to go here on the back. So this is kind of where it looks. Okay, so more finishing elements, and we're going to kind of continue out here a little bit. Like I said, building for the camera. Let's see. It's interesting because for me, this is sideways for me, building here. There we go. So I have to kind of use the top-down camera to make sure I'm positioning things properly. All right. And there's a lot of really cool pieces in here. I seem to remember, I think there was a draft, I think, not too long ago where they used this set for the draft. And that's where everybody shows up with the same kit, and then you part it out. And then after parting it out, you end up going around the room for everybody who brought a piece. And you might get, say, in this set, you know, it came with 2 of these 2x2s with the pin, that you might end up with 20 of those, you know, if you end up in a draft with 10 people. Yeah, I've done a couple drafts, and I think the one that I liked the best had to do with the, it was the graveyard set with Voldemort, when Voldemort's a baby. So I think we each ended up with a baby Voldemort. I think we went around the room and we agreed that we each would get one. Okay, that goes there. And we got a grill going down. And this is where dots actually do help with, you know, making it not so square, right? Okay, so that looks really nice, that little curve there. You love Lego drafts? Yeah, I think we haven't done a lot of drafts in a while because of COVID, and I know that we're supposed to get together, I think, C-Lug, one of these days. And somebody had brought up the draft. So I don't know, maybe we'll be doing a draft sometime soon. Don't know. Don't know, it's been a while. I think there was, Remy had talked about, he really enjoyed the draft at Brick Fair, Virginia. And did they have a draft for Brick Rodeo? I think I saw somebody talk about that too. Yeah, I love these curved pieces. I call them telephone pieces. Where's the other one? There's got to be another one. There it is. These 1x4 curves. I call them a telephone piece because it looks like a telephone handle. Ooh, okay. We get to make the incubator. Now, one thing about these pieces is that I've seen them a lot for crow's nests in brown. We had 4 or 5 drafts. It was kind of crazy. Really? Wow. Wow. Yeah, so yeah, Remy had mentioned that there were a couple of drafts, I think, at Brick Fair. So the thing about these, when you're using them as crow's nests, that you have to use pins for everything. So what was interesting about this is that this piece, I hadn't thought about using this before, but they have this cross piece. So when you add the cross piece using those pin to studs, now you've got regular studs to connect to. Yeah. And then they decided to add some green in here. And it's interesting because the instructions tell you to put these a little off center. Not sure exactly why, but that's what they say. They say to angle it. So we're angling it a little. You can see that we've got the base, and this base is for those little what do you call them? The eggs. Now where did I put the eggs? No. Like, I remember setting them aside. Did I put them in the box? Let's see. I didn't go very far, so they've got to be close by. It's on that white plate that I had set aside. Okay. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? This is where I wish I could go back and rewind the tape. Because remember I mentioned I had put the amber piece. And I'm looking around my desktop. How come I don't see it? Okay, well, we know the eggs go in here. I'm sure they'll show up. Ah, here it is. Aha, it's on my keyboard. Alright, so here are the egg pieces. Those eggs go right in here. So you can see those eggs. And then this, because it has all of these pins, this will connect right here to these 2 pins. So you got to make sure you center it properly because you've got those 2 pins that are holding that down. So these are going to go right there. Oops. There we go. Now if I really wanted to get fancy, we could make that spin, but we're not going to do that here. That's genius. The plus piece in the incubator. Yeah, it is nice. So now, see, always doing sets is nice because you learn some new techniques based on what the designer had in mind. And then you remember I put these clips down here. Let me zoom in a little bit. So I put these clips down right here. And that's where this little incubator hood is going to go. And that fits perfectly. It's really, really well designed. So you can have your little incubator. So now I'll have 2 incubators that I can put into my veterinary hospital. So I'm very, very excited about that. And, very important little feature, the coffee mug goes over here. So they have you put the coffee mug down too. That's why I've always built at least one copy of any set you buy. Yeah, exactly. There's really great techniques that you can learn from this. Now, if you remember when I was doing mock improv, this is the piece that I ended up using so that R2 Debo could juggle. So I think actually it wasn't this piece, it was the on the other side. So he had this for R2 Debo's arm, and then I had to connect to this piece the axle to, it's very similar to this, where it's got an axle pin and it's got one of these on the end. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And Debo liked it too. So he enjoyed watching that. And I don't think anybody would have expected to have a droid juggling. I don't think any of us had expected any of that. So it's always fun. So I think we're making the arm mechanism now. Because like I said, it's been a while since I've made this, but I seem to remember there's like an arm mechanism for the incubator. Okay, there we go. Because this will turn like that. Alright, so this goes onto the side here. Yeah. So then this can raise up and turn this way. Okay, now we have a little sub-build, so we're using this inverse 1x2 slope. And I don't know what to call this, but it's a 1x1 plate with these two stud connections on either side. Maybe a scroll piece? I don't know. I don't know what the official name is. I like them though. I think they're a cool piece to have. And then we have these top clips. Those are going to be going onto this side piece. Oops, did I do that right? Actually, they need to turn 90 degrees. Like that. And then we have the other side. Top clip. Even with knolling, it's still hard to find. Ah, it's hiding under the Triceratops, that's why. Okay. Now we have these 1x1s with a bar, or rounded 1x1 with bar. Okay, so let's see. Make sure I've got this in the right orientation. And, wait a minute, did I do that right? I think so. Yeah, that's right. There we go. Oh, this one's in the wrong orientation. I was gonna say, that doesn't look quite right. There we go. I think this is what grabs the eggs. Okay. Yep. That's the egg grabber. Excuse me. The only good thing about when things are really hot is that it forces you to drink a lot, to hydrate. So I have been hydrating a lot. So here's that mechanism for grabbing the eggs. So it's got a little play function. And I always like these movable things. Now this backside, I remember when I built this last time, and this is a little weird. Okay, so there is this little gap, and they're gonna fill it with this piece here. So this is one of those minifig stands. And on this minifig stand, what they're going to do is they're going to put, well, they're putting 2 sets of stickers down, which are these. And I may just decide to keep these. So these are like control panel stickers. So I'm not going to put these down for now, but I am going to put down the studs that are supposed to be in place. So we've got a green, and then we've got a red, and we have 2 levers. And what's interesting is that this is sitting in here, but it doesn't have a lot of clutch. In fact, it has very little clutch. So it just kind of sits in there to cover that hole up, but it's literally not clutch to anything. So that's why it's interesting when I've had this debate with people about clutch when it comes to Lego models. Here's an example of where they just laid something in there and it's not clutching to anything. So if it's legit for a regular Lego set, I think, you know, you can go ahead and do that. Now the only problem is that it will have a tendency to pop out. So that can be an issue. And I'm just looking to make sure I didn't miss anything, but yeah. I'm looking at the, because you see the tile there? There's that gray tile. And I don't think it's supposed to like wedge itself behind it. It just sits in there. So I'll have to look at my other one to see if it's the same way, but yeah. Not very sturdy. Like I said. A little weird. That was a little weird part of the build, because usually things are pretty secure, and I just don't see a way to secure that down. It just, there's, you know, smooth edges all the way around. There is a little bit of a place here, but then that would defeat the purpose of having these levers to be able to change things around. So that's maybe if I was to criticize this set, that would be the one thing that I would say, yeah, they weren't thinking through that when it came to that portion of the set. So, and it keeps falling out. So you can see that is probably not the best design. And I'm just looking at this to make sure that I put this in the right way, unless, let me see, I'm just checking, maybe this was supposed to go the other way. Here, let me try this. Yeah, maybe that's what they wanted to do. Okay, that makes more sense. Now it has something to clutch to. So that was my bad. There we go. Alright, so now we have some clutch. Okay, so that was user error there. It was... This is not seating. Why is that not seating? There we go. Okay. Alright, we're back in business. We're back. Alright, so let's go to the sub-build now. We have another sub-build, starting with this plate. Oh, P.T. McEwen! This is a great set. You have several boxes. Good to see you, P.T. McEwen. Yes, the dinosaurs are adorable. These two... This is actually my second set. So I bought this last year before I started streaming. And then I'm working on a Jurassic Park build. So I figured I could always use the parts from this for some more things. And actually, I'm going to zoom in on this little part. Yeah, and it's surprising that you get so much for an IP-based build that is less than 20 bucks. So yeah, so for $20 we got this. Oops. I hope you're doing well. Good evening. I think I saw one of your announcements about Tylug. I think, are you meeting in person now? Did I read that right? Maybe I might be confusing you with another lug. So those 2x2 curved pieces are a nice addition to this. Yeah, this set is a really good deal for also some of the, you know, the fancy parts, like this dome piece that I just put on. Okay, so remember we had that, okay, I'm confused here. Oh, okay, we gotta spin this around. Okay, remember this, at the very beginning we had this hinge brick. That's where this comes in, connects right there. So now we have, here's the top view. And we're going to be building the little dinosaur enclosure. You're having our first in-person meeting at our local bricks and minifig store. Yeah. In fact, I was mentioning on the stream just a little while ago about how Bricks and Minifigs hosted a bunch of people from Lego Masters that are over at Bricknick. So yeah, so they Boone Builds just did a stream today of a bunch of them over at the Bricks and Minifig store. So I think Bricks and Minifigs, I think they're really excited to see more and more people coming together. Okay, yep. I love these brackets. These are great. Though you may be going back to virtual due to the increase in the Delta variant. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. When I was watching them in the Bricks and Minifig store, some of them had masks, some of them did not. And they were shaking hands like they used to do as well. When I was like going, I don't know. I don't know if I'd be if somebody offers their hand to me right now, I'm not sure if I would be ready yet to shake somebody's hand. Just to be perfectly honest. I just realized they wanted this here first. There we go. Yeah, and I heard Southern California is getting hit pretty hard with the Delta variant. So we have this little stack of leaves. And just so everybody knows, a week from today, I am actually getting the J&J shot. I made an appointment. I know many of you who follow me know that I was actually waiting for Novavax, but Novavax isn't going to be here for a while. So I have decided to go ahead and get the J&J vaccine because my mother's birthday was August 9th, so just a few days ago, and she asked me for her gift. She wanted me to get vaccinated, so I said, okay, Mom, I'll do the J&J vaccine, but I really wanted Novavax, but they're postponing it for another quarter for FDA approval. So you can see that we have this little angle here, which is nice. Just do a knuckle bump. I don't think I'll even do that. I think I'll do I'll do an elbow bump. I've been doing elbow bumps now, but So I will be vaccinated next Thursday, which means I'm giving myself the weekend for recovery. I should be fine, but if I end up, having to drop a stream or two on the weekend, you'll know why. Just because I'll probably be too tired, or I don't know. I mean, we'll see how I respond. I mean, it's the thing, it's all individual, right? Some people have no ill effects, like my dad. My dad had no problems whatsoever. It was like another flu shot for him. And my mom, on the other hand, she has some really bad side effects with the mRNA vaccine. And that's why I was already leery about the about the mRNA vaccine, but after my mom had her side effects, and even with her side effects, she's telling me to go get vaccinated because she's worried. So I told her for her birthday I would go get vaccinated, but only with the Johnson & Johnson. I said I'm not going to get an mRNA vaccine, especially after seeing the symptoms that she had. And I was like, nope, not going to do it. Yeah, and like I said, I don't really want to say what those are on the stream, but if you send me a private message, I'm happy to talk with you a little bit more about that. Because I think, we need to raise awareness about these things. Don't think there's enough information out there for some of the, little things that are happening out in the community. And it's a shame that we even have to go through this. But we're also very fortunate that we have the technology to be able to do this. Alright, so I'm looking at this right now, and we have this 1x6x5. I agree, everyone should get vaccinated. Yeah. And I was, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I said I'd get vaccinated once Novavax was approved, but you saw where that was going. Now I'm trying to decide, if this is a window, I imagine the window would be facing out, not facing in. So just looking at this, trying to figure out which way would I make the window for the dinosaur. Okay, well, it's hard to tell from this photo. Here's the photo. It's hard to tell which side is on the outside, so we're just going to roll with that. And here's the fun part. This is the breakout section. And this is what they did, is they have this Technic 1x2 with the 2 holes, not the 1 hole, because this will be aligned. So, and then we're going to take one of these with this piece. And this is going to be for the play function. Alright. So this is going to go right into that 1x2 Technic that I had mentioned right here. And then this bushing will keep it in place. Yeah, so even with the vaccinations, though, going back to fist bumps and handshakes and all of that, I mean, think about it. They talk about it being a respiratory disease, but if you shake the hand of somebody who just blew their nose with a Kleenex, you could get it all over your hands, too. So, I'm definitely not going to be... I'm still going to be kind of antisocial, honestly. When this thing, came about, I was telling people I was a germaphobe before COVID came out. This just made it even more prominent for me. So I love those little pieces. So these are those angled pieces that fit right over a 1x1 brick. Okay, so here's another one that has a sticker. So let me show you which sticker that is, and that's this one. And for this set, I'm not going to put this sticker on because I think I could use this in another place for my hospital. So I'm going to hold off on that sticker, but we can still put all the other pieces together. So we have this panel, and turn this over. And we have this inverse 2x2, which is nice. And if you watch the mock improv, I have a whole new appreciation for these droid arms, because Yano River Blue used these droid arms for when she was juggling fish, with the Super Sewer Baby juggling fish. So now I've got this whole new appreciation for using these, because the way she used them to hold the fish in the air, connected to the roof of her ramen house. Yeah, it was very, very clever. Okay, so this now is going to attach here. So I'm attaching it to this little bar. So there we go. So it's almost as if it's, I guess, it's a enclosure for the baby Triceratops. Okay, but wait, there's more. There's more. We have the bench for the amber and some other things. So I'll put that over here. Put that right there for the camera. That was a great stream, the improv. Good fun. Well, you know, it's funny. I was mentioning this, that Boone, when he's at the Bricks and Minifig store, they did similar to a mock improv, where they all had to build on a 16 by 16 plate in an hour a theme which he considered decades. And it was just really interesting seeing what they came up with too. But I think ours is different because, you know, we had to roll for a character, we had to, or spin the wheel rather, spin the wheel for a character, spin the wheel for location, and then an activity. So yeah, I've done that now a couple times, mock improv, and it's always been hilarious just what the chat comes up with. And when I was talking about the butcher having to go murder the teddy bear, that came from a previous mock improv. And I know that sounded kind of weird to say that, but you know, it was kind of like that's what the audience had asked for. Okay, so on the back here, we're going to add a couple of these 1x1s to even this out. I do like the color scheme on this. This dark blue with this gray looks really, really great. Yeah, I think we're definitely going to have to do that. Yeah, P.T. McEwen, if you want to be a part of one of those future mock improv, we should pick a time when you're available. It'd be great to have you on. Alright, so I know Lego doesn't really have a lot of weapons, but here's one of the weapons. Human audiences are weird. Yes, they are. Indeed. Alright, so this is on this side, held by the clip that we just put on. Yeah, I think these little side builds also add to the character of this. Humans are weird. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I just, you just never know what to expect on an improv. In fact, I think on one of the ones I did, the early one, the very first one, was the Centurion on the beach doing a shady deal under the docks. Which is really weird when you think about it. Alright, so this is nice. This is a little side build of the binoculars being attached to this little pole. And that's where this is going to sit on this little jumper here. Or actually, oh, you know what that is? It's a microscope. So that's a little microscope build. You love all the dark blue in that set? Yeah! Hey Robin! Welcome to the stream. Yeah, we were just talking about how some of the comments you get from the chat can be really, really strange. And then when I was watching the recap, and I was telling Joel, I said, yeah, this is when the butcher is having ramen before he goes out to murder the teddy bear. Yano is just laughing. He's just like, boy, that is the strangest comment. It's like, yeah, probably not a comment you would normally get. Okay, what happened to my baby bottle? There it is. So it has a little baby bottle in here, because similar to the baby dinosaur, or not baby dinosaur, baby elephant. Remember the baby elephant had tranquilizers in a baby bottle too? And this is funny. Remember, this is a microscope. So this little, let's see if I can turn it this way. So this is supposed to be a microscope. And then they have this little dish that you can put underneath so they can look at what's inside that little dish. So I know it's a small detail, it's kind of hard to tell, but there it is. Yeah. And I think, yeah, I think they actually tell you to turn it upside down. So it's this way. There we go. Alright, now here's another thing. Here's a laptop, which is awesome. If you haven't seen these laptops, I have a couple of them from, you know, the Build Your Own Minifigs. Oh, Taro Knutinen, good morning. How are you? We're actually almost done with this set, and I was just talking about whether or not to use the stickers. And this is one where this sticker is supposed to go onto the laptop case. But I may hold off on that because I may want to use it for something else later. So I'm going to hold off on that sticker. And this is also one of those things that just kind of sits on the table. It doesn't have anything to attach to. Similar to this one, this little, and it already fell off. But this goes underneath the microscope. Right there. Yeah, so a couple of quirky things, because, you know, I turned it over and it's already, the laptop fell off. So just be careful with that when you're building it. Okay, I think we are just about done. Yeah. Okay. This little piece goes on the back of the Triceratops. And you just look at the extra pieces we have. Usually if you look at the extra pieces, oh, wait a minute, I missed a piece here. Alright, we have to figure out where that goes, but we've got that. Oh, I see where it goes. Just looking at the extra pieces, I think we are okay. Because I don't think we have anything in here that's... Usually if you see a double of something, then there's a problem. But, and these are all those little pieces, bushings and pins and 1x1s. But this, you never have a big piece like that as a spare. So that actually goes on top of this window. So that goes, oops, that goes here. Okay. Now, here is the little play function. Let me show you here. So you see that we have this little bar that can move back and forth. And then on the outside, there is this little curved piece. And there's two curves on this side as well. And when you push down on that, let's angle it this way so you can see this is the lever. And then when I push down on it, you see how that pops out like that. So that's the breakout piece. The dinosaur, you know, comes around and kicks on the door. Oops. It's like kicking the door down, so there we go. Yeah. So cool little play functions there. Also, we have earlier, we showed you the incubator. So the incubator lifts up. It does not spin. That would be one thing. You know, I like things that spin, so I would try to put in maybe a spinning mechanism in there somehow. You had a spare 1x3 brick in the haunted house set, and it got me a bit spooked that you'd missed something. Yeah, I don't know. 1x3, that would be a little odd to have as an extra. So I don't mean to spook you, but usually you don't have plates that are spares. All right, so going back to the set. Here, let me see if I can zoom out a little bit. The scientists shouldn't build in a way for the dinosaurs to escape. Yeah, they probably shouldn't. All right, so here's the main lab, and this little section kind of kicks out, so you can have it go all the way back if you wanted to. You could have it kind of like that if you wanted it to be an L, or you can have it kind of angled like that. I guess you technically could put it all the way around like this too, because the play function will still work. Yeah, let me test that out. So yeah, if you had a small section and you wanted to still have this in place, this little piece still will kick out. So yeah, so there's plenty of room for that. You can make this in multiple configurations, in other words. And then you have this over. You can have the dinosaur over here. And the dinosaur. Yeah, this dinosaur roaming around and says, "Hey, let me in." It's like breaks into the lab. And then of course you have the, like I said, there's squirreliness with this is that the laptop has nothing to attach to. And this little petri dish doesn't have anything to attach to either. So you just got to be careful with that when you're working with it. I do like the fact that this 1x1 brick translucent, the translucent orange, which they're calling it an amber piece. Yeah, let me focus that. You can see it has the print of the mosquito in there. So now I have two of these because I have two of these sets. So yeah, I like that. So yeah, so this was the baby dinosaur breakout set. I only put two of the stickers on. I did not put the sticker on this piece, and I did not put the sticker onto here. And on the back of the model, there is a control panel, and this control panel had a sticker on the bottom and the top, and I did not put those on either because I have a feeling I'll be using those in different parts of my mock, so I wanted to give myself the option. But yeah, for $19.99, it's a cool little set. I've been building for about an hour and 40 minutes, so yeah, so this is a good thing to, you know, be for a nice little project in the afternoon. And for me, I will be using this for my mock, and I will also be parting some of this out. Another couple really cool pieces that were in here. Hello, Nero Rusa. So here's the I don't speak that language. Is that Greek? So, anyway, so we've got this gold faucet, which is cool. Of course, the two dinosaurs. We've also got two minifigs, too. And we have the incubator with this little dome piece. And if you remember, if you watched Lego Masters, this little dome piece was used by Wayne and Zach in their wind with the dogs, so that the dogs would be chasing after each other. So that was really cool. Yeah, and then you have the incubator egg lifter, which is over here. So yeah, I think it definitely comes across as a lab. It's very specific to Jurassic Park. For the deal, I think the reason why to me this is a good deal, even though it only has 164 pieces for $19.99, is you get the 2 minifigs, 2 little baby dinosaurs, which are adorable. Right, you get all of these minifigs and dinosaurs together as part of it. And you get a laptop. You get a little laptop, and you get a microscope, a little amber piece, and you get a gun. So lots of little accessories, and 2 eggs. 2 eggs that are inside there. So yeah. Okay. So that was a lot of fun. I'm glad we had a chance to do that, and that will be something that I'll be able to use for my big mock that I'll be working on. Alright, so speaking of schedules, so I'll still be back on YouTube at my regular time on Saturday. So I'll be working on my mock. More than likely, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, I will hopefully have the elevator mechanism working. So as you know, I've been working on this glass elevator that I want to put into my Jurassic World Vet Services building. And then I built this because I want to have another incubator to put into the incubator ward. And I also wanted some of the pieces in here that I could use, and these stickers. There's a couple stickers here that I could use in different parts of the mock. And if the elevator works, I think the more I think about it, having the elevator on the outside will make it more dramatic, so that when it's in a display, you could see the elevator moving up and down. You can see the outside of the building. You can see the parts where the different vehicles come in. And then the interior, I think, will have to be where you lift up the modules like a modular. And maybe for the collab, you don't really get to see inside, but for a standalone, I probably will be bringing it with me to BrickCon. And I was talking about it'll either be in pop culture or it'll be in dystopia, because I'm managing dystopia with Eric Wilkinson, and if I put it there, I can look, oversee it, and then if people come by and ask questions, and I could run the elevator. So I think the more I talk out loud, I think I definitely need to put it in dystopia. So once again, Saturday, I will be back at 9 o'clock here. Sunday at my 1 o'clock stream, I'm going to have to cancel because I have a board meeting all day, and it's going to be from like 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. So my 1 o'clock slot's just not going to work. But I will be able to stream on Twitch later in the evening at 9 o'clock. So I'll be just skipping the one on Sunday because of this board meeting. But I'll be back on Saturday. So thank you again for tuning in. Thank you, Glenn and Taro and Nero. Also, I think Zippy Mantis or Joel Dameron was here earlier. And Robin Eklund, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And yeah, I'm super excited about all the things that are happening with all these cons taking place. What I may be able to do on Saturday night is, if there's somebody who went to Bricknick who's willing to come on the show, we may have like a Q&A about what happened at Bricknick, what were some of the things that were there. They're having it outdoors, which I think is really cool, that they're having it outdoors, and it's a Bricknick where I think people will be bringing some food, and they'll have different tables set up for displays. Should be fun to hear all about it. See you on Saturday. Okay, sounds good, Robin. And you booked the hotel and registered for BrickCon. Yay, good, PT McEwen. I hope you do one of the bunkers. I will put that spec over on the Discord server, both on my Discord as well as the one over at what am I trying to say? The one at, gosh, I just had a mind meld. Okay, oh, the Tricky Bricks one. So on the Discord server. In fact, let me see if this is working right. I think my it's funny because that's right, I'm not on Twitch right now. I'm on YouTube. So when I'm on Twitch, the Nightbot has these commands, and then you can link to my Discord server. So it just goes to show you each one of these is really kind of different. But anyway, yes, I'm so glad that you're coming to BrickCon. So we're gonna have the here, let me show you one more thing. So in addition, in Dystopia, I mentioned that I've torn apart my Destiny's Bounty, but I've kept certain things. So this is still functioning, the flapping mechanism in the front. But I realized I was working on the back here because some of these pieces had fallen off after I took off the captain's quarters and we converted that to a dojo. And I just realized that these move back and forth, but what I wanted you to see is on the front. So watch this little panel here. See how that panel moves in and out? Let me see if I can do this at another angle. You might be able to see it. So this back wing piece is also connected here. I had forgotten about that. So this is also going to be super perfect for the steampunk. So if I can get this motorized just to go back and forth, that would be super cool if I could figure that out. You're planning on a bunker. You have some ideas. Good. Excellent. I'm so excited. That is great. So anyway, so this will definitely be at BrickCon. It will be, if I can get it working, I may be able to motorize it so that the flaps will move and this back will move and those little sections will come in and out. And I'll have to figure out how to do that without breaking it. And you probably noticed I put this mast in with the gears that I had made on another stream. So this will be roughly here. I mean, I'm not sure exactly where it's going to go. And then I'm hoping to build a cloth balloon to go on the back here. So I think, and then I also have to rebuild the captain's quarters to be more steampunk-like. But yeah, I'm so excited about this. And I'll have to put another front because we took off the dragon head that was here, and we'll make it more steampunk-like. And the other play function that I left in place was the lowering of the anchors. So it has a double anchor, and then that comes up. So yeah, it's very, very cool model. Yeah, this is the Destiny's Bounty from Ninjago, and apparently it's still available. So if you wanted to get it, you could still get it. But like I said, I've torn it apart already quite a bit. The dragon head is gone. The captain's quarters are now a dojo in my other one. But what I like about this is that this one, unlike the former Destiny's Bounties, is this has these engine type of things, and they rotate. And when they rotate, they move this part in and out, this little piece. So I figured, you know, for a steampunk, that could be super cool. So I'm going to be ordering a bunch of gold pieces, and these gold flex tubes are here on the front. So I'm going to order some more of those gold flex tubes to be put on here. Yeah, so there's going to be more plans for this. But this is going to be one of my projects for the Dystopia area for the steampunk airship build. Then we have the dystopian bunkers. I'll have at least one, maybe two. I'm working on the Jurassic Park Veterinary Hospital, so that will be another one. And I just mentioned that I'm going to put that in Dystopia so I can keep an eye on it. What is that set number? Oh, let me check real quick. Yeah, that build was so much fun because it starts with a lot of Technic, which is really surprising for a pirate ship, is that normally you don't have that kind of thing. So let me pull up the Lego site, see if I can pull that up, and because it's a fairly recent set, so it's still available. Let's see, and I know I have a Lego screen open. Okay, it must be this one. I had to reboot, so things got all moved around. All right, let me look this up. Lego.com. Yeah, that is probably one of my favorite ships that I built. But I will say those back engine things, they are a little squirrely. Okay, so it is the Destiny's Bounty. It's only $130 too for that set. And it is still available. And it is set number 71705. And let me see if I can share this screen, I can show you about it, because it is pretty cool. And like I said, I took some things off of it already, so I can show you a little bit more about what it looks like. So 71705 is the number. And let me see if this is going to cooperate with me. See if it's going to let me show my Chrome. Wow. Okay. Alright, I'm going to try one more thing to see if I can get this to work. Streamlabs has been so squirrely recently. I don't know why. It just has been. So, I'm, you know, the way they add sources and you try to get them, you know, working. So here, I'm going to try this again. Because if you look at the fully built one, it looks really great. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. Destiny's Bounty. Okay, okay. Alright, I've got it in the other window, so hold on. So here's the set. It's 71705. And if you look at it, so here's, let me see if I can do a full screen on this. Let's try that. Okay, so if you see the entire set, you can see that this flap mechanism is attached to this gear mechanism up here, and the mast is independent. You can pull the whole mast off and have it flapping, so I can move that anywhere on the ship. The front here has the dragon head. So I didn't, since I'm going to make it a steampunk ship, I didn't want the dragon head there. Here are the two anchors that I was showing you, the play mechanism there. And then the back, here are those flaps that, and here's a, let me click on this for a moment. Here's a little visual that has, these will move together. And here's what the interior looks like. So the interior of the captain's quarters looks like this. And what I did is I converted it to a dojo. And I'm going to just switch over to see if I can find the chat. Shock the Toast is here. Wow. Yeah, it is really cool. I built this on my stream a while ago. I want to say maybe January. Stephanie's Bounty. Yeah, I guess it could be Stephanie's Bounty. Here, let me go back, and I have to do this in another window, so sorry if it's not appearing in the window properly. Here, let me try that. Let me see if that's better. Let me go back. I have to switch between windows here. Let me see if I can make it a little smaller, if that will be better. See if we can fit this into the screen. Okay. Yeah, see, whenever I add a source, it doesn't always fit into the screen properly. Okay, let's try that. Alright, let's try this and see if you can see that better. There we go. Alright, so that's the interior of the cabin's quarters, and I just took that off of the ship and made it into a modular for a dojo. So then it'll be the second floor of a ramen house on the ground floor, and then the dojo on the second floor. So that's a new project. But going back to the website, now that I have the window configured properly, I'll go back again. Let's see. So here's the main ship. So that's the Destiny's Bounty. And it also comes with a lot of minifigs. I forgot to mention that too. The Destiny's Bounty, because it's Ninjago, that Ninjago will give you a lot of minifigs for the price too. So I think it has 5 or 6 minifigs that come with it. You can see that this roof line is also super cool. It's got the dragon head in the front. It's got the and like I said, when I built this, it's mostly Technic on the base of the ship, which is so weird. And let me see if there's some more detail here. Here's some more detail, and you can see that these move back and forth. So when you move those back flippers, they move these pieces back and forth on the model. And then the other play mechanism is this dropping of the anchors. And, you know, for $130, it's a really good deal. I mean, Ninjago in general has some amazing designers, but you have this really cool ship, and here it shows you the mechanism that when you push down on that, that'll make the flaps open, which I showed you earlier. And then here are the dimensions. So about 12.7 inches tall and 17.4 inches long. So it's a pretty sizable ship, as you saw. And I'm going to convert this into a steampunk ship. But yeah, so I think that's that. your gift with purchase sailboat arrived. Oh, that's awesome. Mine should be coming in soon. I hope. Sometime soon. Interesting anchor builds. Yes, the anchors on this. Here, I'll put it back again. Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, so you have the flaps will flap back and forth. You have the back, those flippers that you turn them, and when you turn them, those 2 brown pieces move side to side. And then you have the play function of the anchors coming down and coming back up. And when you build it too, I'll just forewarn you that those flippers, in fact, let me see if I can zoom into that section. Good night, Joel. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, I forgot to mention too that all the minifigs and this cabin's quarters is super cool. This is the part that can be a little squirrely. I'll just forewarn you right now. I remember when I first built this on stream that I didn't connect. There's a very important axle connection that you have to get just right, because when you don't, this thing will spin freely. So once you get it secured in, that's probably the hardest part of this build. But the whole, the whole model itself is really cool. And it has all the mechanisms. And then these back flags, I'm using those back flags for my ramen shop. So that's the other thing that I took off. But yeah, I think that overall it's a really good set. Okay. So I'm glad I had a chance to share that with you, because that is something that I'll be doing soon. All right. And as I mentioned, we still are going to meet Saturday at my normal time, and I hope I have a working elevator to show you by then, because what I'm doing is I'm taking this large, I'm going to make it a large building. It's already 16 bricks tall for the lobby area, and then each of the floors above it will probably be about 8 brick stacks. And then the elevator, I'm going to have to figure out how to do the elevator, and I'm going to put it on the outside, so then that way you can watch it moving up and down. So that'll be a lot of fun. Anyway, thanks again for stopping by, and feel free to also like and subscribe to this channel, because I'm doing a lot of really new cool things on YouTube. So mock improv is one of them. Check out some of the mock improv videos that are on there. Also, just yesterday, Saturday evenings at 5 o'clock, I will be doing, along with Yano River Blue. So Yano and Remy had started these recap episodes. And so since Remy is taking a break, I'm hosting on her behalf, and we're having a conversation. And the other thing that's cool is September 14th is the finale. And then on the 15th, during our show, we're going to have some sort of finale. And I may cosplay, or I may get some makeup tips from Yano. I mean, we'll see. So it'll be fun when we do that. So yeah, so I'm going to be streaming Wednesdays at 5 o'clock on YouTube, Thursdays at my regular Thrifty Thursday time, Saturday at my regular time, and then Sunday is normally 1 o'clock, but because this weekend I have a board meeting, I won't be able to stream at 1. So I may do another time. I'm still on the fence. I may be super tired, so I may not be able to, but I should be back on Twitch at 9 o'clock on Sunday. So just wanted to tell you all that. It's been fun. I really appreciate everybody's support. It's really meant a lot to me, especially it's been a little rough these last couple of weeks because I've had so much work to do with this nonprofit that I work on. So, but that should be at the end of October or end of August. I should be free from that. And then month of September, I'll be working more on builds. It's going to be fun. And I'm looking forward to meeting many of you at BrickCon. So like I said, I'm going to be working in the dystopia area, so come by and say hello. All right, so as they say on the Brickanista Broadcast Network, thank you everyone, and may the clutch be with you. Take care. Bye.